How's it going, everybody? Jeff Odom here with Colin Sherwin on a Sunday night here at the Marshall Center, and there's some big news tonight or anything? Anything happening around here?
I don't think there's any big news per se. I think it's all things that we expected, but I think we got some details that we didn't necessarily have before.
Yeah, and Willie Taggart and Mark Harlan both addressing their talks as Taggart signed a new contract extension for 5 years through 2020. And Colin, I think this was something that we knew was kind of coming. There was some, bit of a boomerang, I guess, during the process there, Willie going to South Carolina interviewing, but they both addressed that situation, and Mark said that Willie was very transparent with the situation, and Willie said, he's happy to be here, and he said, quote, "I'm home," to be back.
I think we weren't really surprised. I think the only bit of news that might have come out was that Willie actually had a contract offer before he took the South Carolina interview, that Mark Harlan said that it was either Sunday or Monday before that interview, and I think Willie interviewed on Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
So he had the contract in hand for several days, and Willie made the point. He said, if an institution like that comes calling, you should take the interview, and I think that's totally fine and fair. And, some Bulls fans are upset that he went on an interview. Well, if somebody wants to come and say that there's a job that you might make 2 to 3 times as much money as you do right now, in your real job, you probably do the same thing. So no problems with that. I think Willie has, by signing this, has committed himself to being here, hopefully more than just 1 year as well. And we'll get the details on this contract. We don't have them yet. They said they'll have them sometime in the next week to 2 weeks. But I think the big things that we're looking at are how much is he getting?
Right.
How much is the assistance pool going up? And we do know that the assistance pool is increasing. And also the buyout is increasing. How big will the buyout be? So if Willie does choose to leave, how much is it going to cost him to have to repay USF?
Yeah, and Willie also mentioned that he was not offered the South Carolina job.
Correct.
But he said he really didn't have a chance to offer it to him because he already basically made up his mind after the interview, and as soon as he stepped off the airplane, he was ready to sign the contract extension. And I think one of the biggest things that Mark Harlan said was how transparent it was with this entire process. And Mark made mention there's been this narrative around this team for the last couple of years since Mark was hired that Willie might not be his guy, or he didn't hire him, so there might be a difference of philosophies there, if you will. But Mark flat out said it. This is my coach. This is the guy that I want leading this team, and he said he's done a great job. And I think that's admirable. Coming from a guy that again didn't hire him, and he's going to give him a contract extension and try to look to the future and lead this team going forward.
And I think so far, Bulls fans should be. And this is a really exciting time. For the first time in 4 or 5 years, it's actually exciting to be a Bulls fan. We also met with Carlos Padilla and Blake Guthrie from the Miami Beach Bowl. Those guys are here. USF will take on Western Kentucky on December 21st at 2:30 p.m.
It's like a footnote in this conversation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Willie's contract gets done, and oh yeah, by the way, we also have a bowl game to discuss. As lazy hack writers like you and I and the guy holding the camera, it's Josh Appel, by the way.
Hey, sorry I had this show shaky, by the way.
But as lazy hack writers, I wonder if we can come up with a storyline or two for this.
Yeah,
I wonder if we can find something that possibly might be interesting. Taggart really didn't give us much when we talked to him about Western Kentucky. He said all the right things, and things that you would expect to say. He respects those guys. He's so glad that they're in a bowl game as well. He roots for them every other game except for the one that he's going to play.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see. Some people at Western Kentucky apparently weren't real happy about this game. They didn't want to play Coach Taggart because they thought that it would look like, well, he left them for a better school, and now he's coaching a better school. And that's a narrative that apparently Western Kentucky's not real thrilled about presenting. We'll see how that plays out in the media in the next 15, 16 days.
Yeah, a couple weeks for the big game, and USF fans got discounted student tickets, $20 for student individual tickets, plus all kinds of good stuff for the bus and everything else coming down.
No, you stay.
Oh, am I staying?
Yeah, you're staying.
You're staying.
Oh, is this Josh?
And Josh Appel,
he's very
student director of Bulls Radio. Josh,
Sports.
well, whatever, it's fine. What are your thoughts on the bowl game and the presser that you heard today?
I'm very excited for the bowl game. There's going to be a lot of points. You can most certainly listen to the game on Bulls Radio. It'll be my last USF football game as a student, so I know I didn't get to your touchdown calls during the UCF game, but if you still want to send in suggestions, I'm definitely open to hearing them. Also, about the press conference today, I was very happy to see the honesty from both Harlan and Willie during both. They answered every question honestly, and it was very transparent, and I thought that came off really well for both of them. Should be an awesome bowl game. USF has another chance to beat a ranked team, so we'll see how that works.
Yeah, Western Kentucky ranked for the first time in program history, and they have a bunch of seniors over there that were Willie Taggart seniors, and again, no storylines, right?
Right, but see, I want to say something really quick. Those seniors are there and were recruited by Willie, but you got to remember there's been 2 coaches since
Yeah.
we left.
Right.
Petrino
Bob
and Jeff
Petrino,
Brom.
and now Jeff Brom, and they were on totally different offense.
Men's room this way.
Shout out to Joey Knight, of course.
Oh,
But yeah, look, a lot of the same players. A lot of people know each other from this staff and that staff. But at the same time, I mean, different schemes on both sides. Should be a fun game. Should be a lot of points.
Yep, and the roof might be open. It's supposed to be 78 degrees, so that's another perk of going. And again, a bunch of ticket information online. We've all tweeted it out today, so go check that out. I'm on Twitter at @ByJeffOdom. He's at Josh Appel, and Colin doesn't matter.
Right.
So
You're probably getting this off Colin's Twitter.
yeah,
though.
definitely. So we're gonna wrap it up. And from the Marshall Center, I'm Jeff Odom with Yash Appel, and have a good night.
L'chaim.